Okay, welcome back again to our social studies lesson. And today we want to talk about safety at work dash professions. Safety at work. People have different jobs. Some work indoors, such as in the office, factory, schools, and hospital. Indoor here means you work like in a confined space, just like when we're in school, in a building. Okay, not outside the building, in a building, okay? Hospitals, factories, okay? What does she do? I am an English teacher. I teach students to speak English. So what is her profession here? Let me see. Teacher. I can hear somebody saying teacher. Her profession is to teach. She's a teacher, okay? Safety at work. Some people work outdoors, such as construction workers, firefighters, miners, and other works, okay? Now, they work outside the building, not inside the building, outside the building. Now, this is for a doctor. He takes care of people's health. Now, let's remember the first slide. It talked about what? The profession of doctor. What does he do? He takes care of people. So he works indoors. He works indoors. He works indoors. He's a doctor, okay? Now, what does he do? He's a mechanic. He's a mechanic. Do they work indoors or outdoor? They work outdoor. They work outdoor because they work in their garage. They work outside, okay? What is their job? They fix car. Much later, we'll talk about what exactly profession is so that each of us will understand what profession is. What does he do? He takes you to places by car. Who is he? Driver, taxi driver, okay? His job is to drop you everywhere you want to go to, just like the Uber we have here in Doha. Uber, we have the buses that run around and everything. What does he do? Let's see his profession. He's a vet doctor. He takes care of animals. He takes care of animals. Okay. Firefighters. Firefighters help to save houses that are on fire. Now, we want to quickly go to uniforms that people need to wear in their professions. We'll talk more about it. So let me talk about firefighters' uniform first. The first uniform the firefighter needs to wear is a firefighting resistant clothing. Firefighting resistant clothing. Helmet to protect his head. They use oxygen masks to help them to breathe. They rescue people trapped inside the rooms from smoke. That's why they need to use the oxygen masks. If they don't use it, they run into the smoke, they might die too. So it's important they do what? They use nose masks, oxygen nose masks, okay? Oxygen masks, oxygen masks. So what does he do? The firefighter, he burns out fire. So let's look at this. So we have looked at it and we have identified his profession. He's a firefighter, he burns out fire. So if you look at the picture very well, there's helmet, there's oxygen mask, there's an oxygen he's carrying on his back. The cloth he is wearing now is the fire-resistant clothing. Fire-resistant clothing, okay? Now, professions and workplaces. A profession is what a person does for a living. Remember I told you that we're going to talk about profession again. Profession is what you, at the end of the day, if you become big like your mom and your dad, you will have to do something for a living. And that is the profession. Just like your mother and father goes to work now every day. They go to earn a living to make you go to school, to give you your food, to make you eat and everything. So they have to work. They have to work. So a profession is what a person does for a living, the work he does for a living. So in your homes, your father could be an engineer, a professor, a doctor, a lawyer. Call the profession. We have so many professions. A waiter, a cook, a safety officer. We have so many professions, construction engineer, architect, so many professions. So there are special uniforms and equipment for professions that are important for the safety of the worker. So if you look at this picture and the first picture in the first slide, you will see that every profession has a different uniform. A pilot will not wear what a doctor is wearing. A teacher cannot wear what a construction worker is wearing. A firefighter cannot wear what a waiter is wearing. So all of them will have to wear different types of uniform. Okay, let's quickly see. Can you identify this? Is he a nurse really? Some hospitals, they wear this for their nurses. Where does he work? He works in a hospital. So we have looked at this and we have identified what profession it is, right? Okay. What do they do? So before the last information would come up, which is let's identify it. We are trying to identify it. That's the question you will see at the end. What do they do? They are cooks. They are cooks. They are cooks. So where do they work? Where do they work? They work in a restaurant. So you see, they cook, but they don't cook only at home. So we have people that cook for restaurants. So if you are tired of eating at home, you don't want to stay at home, you just want to eat out, you go to where? A restaurant. Remember, we talked about restaurant in the lesson 1, where we said if we need to go to a restaurant, we need a sign to tell us that this is a restaurant. They are using those things in this picture. Okay, they need a fork and a knife. It will show you that that place is in a restaurant. That place is a restaurant, okay? Miner. A miner works in mine digging for coal from underground. So miners do not work at home at all. They don't even work in buildings where you will have to stay and close the door. No, they work under the ground, under the ground. And for your information, coal is very, 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 very expensive. It's a natural resources. It's a natural resources that every country is praying and willing to have. So coal mining is a very wonderful thing to do, but it's very dangerous. So because of that, the miners, they need to wear so many things to keep them safe, okay? They need to wear so many things to keep them safe. For their profession, what do they need to wear? A miner wears a helmet and gloves to protect his head and hand. Why? So that the stone, or when it's breaking, it doesn't injure him or get him hurt or cut him in any way. He uses nose masks to cover his nose from dust and harmful gases. So because they will dig and dig, as they are digging, there will be what? There will be dust. So they will need to cover their nose. Also from gases, because under the ground too, there are so many things that are there. So what do? They are miners. Where do they work? They dig coal from underground. Construction sites under the ground. So this is a quick one for everyone to answer. Who am I? This is like riddles and joke. Who am I? I fix people's car. Who am I? You can just think, who can fix people's car? I take care of people's health. Who am I? I answer the phone in my office. Who am I? I am the star in a film. Who am I? I have superstars like all of you. I feed the animals every day. Who am I? I cook lunch and dinner for lots of people. Who am I? I drive people to school and work. Who am I? I fix people's teeth. Who am I? I burn out fires on the city. Who am I? So this is for you to take a shot. Let's see how far you can remember all these things. Okay? Until I see you in the next social studies lesson, enjoy yourself. We will see during Zoom and discuss more. Have a nice day. Bye.